We live in a world full of stimulation, social media, food delivery, endless videos. But even with all this pleasure around us, many people still feel tired, bored, or unmotivated. Science says dopamine, a chemical in our brains that helps drive motivation, plays a big role. Let's look at what dopamine really does, why modern life can mess with it, and what we can do to bring it back into balance. Dopamine is a natural chemical that helps your brain and body work. It's involved in movement, focus, learning, and the feeling of reward when you do something meaningful. Scientists describe two types of dopamine activity. Tonic dopamine, your steady background level, always running in the brain. And phasic dopamine, short bursts that happen when something exciting or rewarding happens. For example, when you get a message, win a game, or enjoy your favorite food, your brain releases a small burst of dopamine. That burst helps you learn what feels rewarding and motivates you to repeat it. Research from neuroscience and psychiatry shows that pleasure and pain share the same area of the brain. They act like two sides of a seesaw. When one side goes up, the other goes down. When you experience pleasure, like scrolling social media or eating something sweet, the balance tips toward pleasure. But the brain always tries to stay level. After the high, it tips back the other way. That dip is what makes you feel a bit empty or restless afterward. If we repeat these high dopamine activities too often, the brain adapts. The high becomes smaller and shorter, and the low afterward becomes deeper and longer. Over time, normal everyday activities, reading, walking, or talking with friends, can feel less rewarding. This process is seen in addiction and may happen in milder ways with frequent digital or food-related habits. Our brains evolved in a world with limited pleasure. Food was harder to find. Entertainment was rare. Now, every few minutes we get a new hit. Notifications, caffeine, games, and streaming. Scientists call this constant stimulation high-reward exposure. It keeps dopamine levels active so often that our baseline, the tonic level, may stay high for too long. That makes the brain's reward spikes weaker. So we end up chasing stronger stimulation just to feel normal. It's not proven that everyone lives in a dopamine deficit, but evidence shows that overuse of high-reward activities can reduce our sensitivity to smaller joys, a pattern similar to what happens in addiction. The good news? The brain can rebalance. Doctors and researchers suggest 3 practical steps. First, take a break. Abstain. If you often feel stuck checking your phone, gaming, or snacking, take a short break from that activity. Even 1 or 2 days can make you notice how often you crave it. For people recovering from stronger addictions, studies show it can take about 4 weeks for dopamine function to start normalizing, though everyone's brain is different. Second, create barriers. Once you've taken a break, add small rules that make it harder to slip back. Limit screen time to certain hours. Keep tempting items out of reach. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set up your space to make healthy choices easier. These are called self-binding strategies, proven to reduce habit loops by creating friction between desire and action. And lastly, do hard things. Seek out effort. When you do something physically or mentally challenging, like exercise, cold showers, or learning a skill, your brain first feels discomfort. But afterward, it naturally releases dopamine, serotonin, and other chemicals that lift mood and focus. This delayed reward builds real motivation and prevents the sharp crashes that come with instant pleasure. To keep your dopamine system healthy, build these small habits. Do something effortful before something fun. Earn your reward. Take short breaks from screens every day. Let yourself be bored sometimes. That's when creativity happens. Reconnect with real experiences, people, nature, quiet. Dopamine isn't bad. It's what drives us to grow and achieve. But when we chase quick pleasure all day, our brains lose balance. By taking breaks, adding healthy limits, and choosing meaningful effort, you can reset your motivation and enjoy simple things again. Balance pleasure and effort. Reclaim your focus. Thank you for watching. I hope you got value out of this video. Please like and subscribe, and join me again on my next ride.